Hello friends, hola muchachos, etc., etc. Ari Billy Idol here, another drunk review. Tonight I will be vaping from Oasis. It's a local company based out of South King County, Washington. And I've heard a fair few people describing this as a beginner's vape. And that kind of irks me. Let me tell you why. It's not so much a beginner's vape. That would imply that it's just kind of a shit juice, you know? That it's good to get into it with, but you really don't want to stick with it. This here, to me, it's more simple. It's a good beginner's juice, but it's also a good intermediate or advanced juice, because they just have good, simple, clean flavors that don't really dance around the idea of what they are. The most ambiguous of which I would say is Dragon's Lair, but even so, it's a dragon fruit. It's a creamy dragon fruit. So think mother's milk, or like I did last time, Tear. So it's a strawberries and cream. This is dragon fruit and cream. Okay, so it's pretty upfront. Now I have all of these juices in a 6 milligram. They only come in 0, 6, 12, 18, 24. Oh well, that's fine. If you really want a 3, buy 2 bottles. 1 of 0, 1 of 6. Mix it down. You're fine. Yeah, it's all 50-50. Yeah. Anyway, so this here, Dragon's Lair, I have it in my Odin, sitting at about 0.7, running at 6 volts. Yeah, and like I said, it's just a very upfront dragon fruit with a lot of that creamy texture that you get from a lot of the good, like, cream, fruit and cream vapes. And what I like about this one, as opposed to other fruit and cream flavors, it's dragon fruit. You don't see too terribly much of it. You might get it in a few things as a mix, muddled in with 14 other different fruits. This one's just predominantly dragon fruit, but it's got that good cream backing to it, which I really did enjoy. This is a gummy blueberry, which is, if you haven't figured it out, a gummy candy with blueberry flavor. And I have it in my iGo W with a halo cap, wide open, sitting at 0.62, and 6 volts. You know those gummy sharks they get in bulk at Top Foods or whatever place you go to that has bulk candy still? That's what that's like. But just the top of them, not the white underbelly so much as it is just the blue top. And yeah, it's bringing back some childhood memories. Good ones. I've repressed all the bad ones, as any good man should. Yeah, it's just straightforward blue gummy flavor. You can almost, like, it's not to the point where you can just feel like the sweaters on your teeth from all the plaque and bacteria and stuff. It's like all the good of those candies, except you don't get fat or diabetes. So, yeah. Let's see. Now, in my Tobe clone here, I have the guava. I've had a few guava flavors before. Now, this one to me takes the cake as far as guava flavors. It's just a straightforward guava, like a good ripe guava. I remember I was in Hawaii a few years ago with my family, and went to one of the farmers markets, bought some papayas and some guava and some other fruit and all that shit. And I remember digging into this perfectly ripe guava, and it had that kind of texture where it was soft, didn't really have too much fiber to it. It was good, just perfectly ripe, and just this incredible flavor, and like made my mouth water thinking about it. Just months on, months on. This to me tastes just like that specific guava, and you get the good strong guava flavor without it, being too bitter or too sweet. But you get also that kind of good mouthfeel like you'd get from eating a fresh guava, or almost like a really thick stout or porter, where you kind of feel like you almost want to chew it and just sit there and just kind of. Getting over a cold, so that's why it's only coming out one side mostly. But yeah, that is a solid juice there. Now, the last one I have, sorry, I don't know if you can hear that, but dogs upstairs are just going nuts, singing the song of their people. Anyway, next one I have here is an apple Danish, and I have it on my K-Fun, or in my K-Fun on an EVIC. It's 1.6 ohms at 11 watts. Now, let it be known, cinnamon flavors typically don't play well with me. I will vape them, but not exclusively, because I feel like I'm going to just die of fucking coronary failure or something like that. This one's a little different. There's enough of that kind of pastry cinnamon flavor where you feel like you're actually getting some sort of delicious pastry. And then you get that kind of cooked apple pie type apple mixed in there. It actually tastes like you're eating an apple Danish. The juices are very much what they say they are. They are, it says apple Danish, that's what you're getting. You get a guava, you got that. They have, more than just fruit or dessert flavors. They also have a few tobaccos, Oasis does. And the black honey tobacco, it tastes pretty damn close to a Swisher Sweet. And, again, to say that it's a beginner's vaping, beginner's e-liquid, it's a bunch of crap. They're simple e-liquids. They don't try to bullshit you with some ambiguous, it tastes like a fresh, frosty morning in November with your parka and fresh coumarin pipe tobacco combined with the fireside. No, it's, you want an apple Danish, here's an apple Danish. You want dragon fruit and cream, Dragon's Lair. That's as ambiguous as it gets. There was one, MLB, I forget what that stood for, but it was something very, like, once it explained what MLB stood for, it's like, oh, I think that makes sense. But I think that was only for the labeling on the tubes, or the tanks that they had at the shop, that they did that. If you look at the flavor menu, is actually spelled out. But yeah, they're not dicking you around. That's what I'm getting at, I guess. Anywho, tonight I am drinking Double Mountain's Vaporiser. It's a dry hop pale ale, 6%, 55 IBU, 1.09 fluid ounces, half a liter. Oh, it's out of Hood River. Well, there you go. And to me, it's good. It's hoppy, but not too hoppy. It's a good palate cleanser. Give it like another, after you take a sip, 10, 15 seconds before you take a drag, because otherwise you're still going to get a lot of hop and then whatever else you're vaping. But because it's got that good neutral palate cleansing feature that hops have, yeah. And it because it's dry hopped, it smells like pot. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't taste like it, but it smells like it, which a lot of guys like. I do. I know. It's not quite as potent smelling as the Enjoy by 420 that Stone Brewing put out a few months ago. But yeah, it's a really good one. Oh, and I also have this nifty little Schooner glass that my dad bought back in the I want to say the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, gave him to me when he moved down to Phoenix. So, works for me. Anyway, thanks for watching and everything. I'll provide links for Oasis down in the description, as well as everything else. That's good guava. And, oh, if I were to rank these four, like a dog show judge, fourth would be Gummy Blueberry, just because I'm not a huge fan of the sugary sweets, candy vapes. Apple Danish. And third, second, I'd say Dragon's Lair, but narrowly, just barely, narrowly, I'd say Guava takes the cake for number one. And it might be because I'm a sentimental motherfucker. Love that trip to Hawaii that I took, because, I mean, hell, I was in Hawaii. But to me, it's just such an accurate flavor that it just takes it just by a sea hair. But, anyway, again, thanks for watching, and be good.